Hi everyone, it's Chris here from Retro Consoles UK. So we've had a couple of days of really good sales on YouTube. So before I get them all packaged up, I thought I'd go through and show you what kind of things have been selling. So this is the last 2 days. So we'll fire through them now. So we start off with Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. And a little bit of light damage on the front of the case, as now you can see there. And those who collect Sega Saturn games know that it's quite difficult to get ones in really nice condition. Obviously they've got cardboard cases, you can get damaged and stuff. The manual is in really nice condition, doesn't look like it's really come out at all. Unfortunately the teeth on there that hold the game in place are broken, but the disc is in really nice condition. I've put it through the disc cleaning machine. So that's first up, Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. Another game, this one featured in my last video. So this is a video I did of games I thought are quite interesting or different I don't tend to have very often. So this is Metal Gear Solid HD Collection on the 360. So it comes with Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid Pace Walker. Comes in there with its original manual, 2 discs there. One of them's quite scratched, but I managed to save it, which is really good. So 3 really solid Metal Gear Solid games on there, so great for any players or game systems there as well. So a lot of hours of fun there, 3 games for the price of 1. So that's on the 360. Next up is Need for Speed Undercover. So we're getting through, we don't have many 360 games left. I do have another box of there that I need to go through and check out what I've got. So this is nice condition in there with this manual. So cheap enough game, plenty of hours of gameplay out of it, so a good solid game. I really do like the Need for Speed franchise games, I do like my racing games. So that's Undercover on the 360. Something I don't sell very often is Blu-rays, but this did come in a big bundle of games. This is Hurt Locker on the Blu-ray DVD. Another game that featured recently was GTA Vice City Stories. Good solid game, obviously predominantly on the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with its map in there, but it does come with its manual. Platinum edition there, so GTA Vice City Stories. Next up is a figure. So this is Doctor Who, the 13th Doctor there. Nice collectible piece there, or for any Doctor Who fans. Next is Mercs on the Mega Drive. This unfortunately doesn't have its hanging tag, but it is complete. Does come with its manual in there. Little bit of damage to the manual that was listed, and cartridge is in really nice condition. So this is Mercs on the Mega Drive. Next up is a N64 cart only game. So this is WWF or WWE Attitude. So nice game. Unfortunately there's quite a lot of sun damage there to the label. I don't know, it was in a window, shop window or something, but cheap enough game, good solid bit of fun. So that's Attitude on the N64. Next up is a console only. When I got some of the big lot of stuff I got recently, some of it didn't have the right cables and stuff. This was a good solid unit. I tested it out. Nice replacement unit. So I put it in the bag there once I tested it out, and I wrote on there it's working and tested. So this is off to its new home. So this does have Alex Kidd built into it. So this will be going after someone who needs a replacement unit. Next up is PlayStation 2 Slimline. This did sell originally. And then the seller messaged me saying I thought it was a PlayStation 4. I don't quite know why he would have thought it was a PlayStation 4 for 40 quid. But it does come with analog stick. Unfortunately it's not a PlayStation 2 one, it's a PlayStation 1 one. It does work perfectly fine, I've tested it out. So that's it there, full setup. So Slimline PlayStation 2. So the first person who bought it didn't want it in the end, so I relisted it and it sold pretty fast. So I'm happy with that. That's the PS2 going out. Next up is a Gold Thor Pop. Got a couple of these of there, maybe 8 or 10 of them. And this one's sold off to its new home. Next up, another figure. So this is Sonic the Hedgehog Metal Sonic. So I don't know if this is going to be a toy or present for someone, or this will go into someone's collection, maybe a Sega fan or a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Nice enough condition. Obviously brand new condition, but nice enough figure in there. So that's Metal Sonic figure. Next up, another game that featured in my video yesterday. This is Gran Turismo on the PSP. Obviously not as in-depth as the original one on the PlayStation 1, but you're still getting 80 cars, 35 tracks. So really good solid game. One of my favourite game franchises of all time. This is Gran Turismo on the PSP. Next up, another PSP game. So Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. After doing a bit of research, I noticed that they brought out 3. Yu-Gi-Oh is obviously a card game, very popular, kind of manga themed. Kind of, you can see it obviously from the box artwork what kind of theme it is. Very popular. They've been making games for a long time, figures and cartoons and stuff. So really popular. They always sell pretty well. So this is the version Tag Force on the PSP. Next up, another franchise that always sells pretty well for me. So this is Call of Duty, wartime based. I think it was World War II possibly. So in there, complete with this manual. Good solid game, and for not much money, definitely a pickup. So that's COD 3. Next up, some sort of colour power cables. There was a few power cables on the lot I bought that I couldn't bundle up with consoles. Either the console was broken or they were just extra ones. So this was an official N64 one. This sold pretty fast. Got a good price for it, I think £16, £17. This will go to someone who needs to bundle it up with a console. So I'm happy with the sale, and it's going off its new home. Another power cable. So this was tested on the original NES that I had. For some reason I had more power cables than I had consoles. This is tested and working. Obviously, being from the 80s, late 80s, you've got the original plug there. So this will get bundled up either with somebody who just wants to match a power cable up with a console, or they don't have a power cable, or it's broken. So this is a genuine original one from the late 80s, early 90s. That's off to its new home as well. Next up is an Xbox original S controller. So this was being sold with a console originally, but I had a few issues with the console. It wasn't reading the disc properly, so that'll be sold separate as spares and repairs. But I managed to save the controller. Good condition there. The S is obviously a lot smaller than the original Xbox controller, so a lot of people do prefer it. Good solid controller there, off to its new home. Next up is another console bundle. So I bundled a few consoles with some games I had. I had loads of games, so I thought I'd bundle a couple of games up with some consoles. This is a Master System 2 with World Soccer and Super Monaco, I think. Yep, Super Monaco's there. So what I decided to do, once I tested them all up, I bundled them up in a little bag. So it has a controller, the power cable. So I knew once they sold, I wasn't searching around for different items. They're all together there, nice compact. Plastic band around it, good to go, and that's off to its new home. So a few more bits. We have another figure. So this is a Randy Orton Elite Collection figure there. We have another Saturn game. So Blind Machine heads. Fortunately, it has a little bit. So you just got to be careful with these cardboard boxes, because you can end up taking the box art off itself. So again, manual there, nice condition. Manual, probably never really been out of the box. Disc there. Disc is nice condition. Was cleaned up on the machine. So Blind Machine Head, not a game I've really played myself, but I've seen a few about. I think they came out might have come out in the PS1 as well, so that kind of era. Good game for any Saturn collector. A few more left. Oh, we've got Broken Sword. So the Broken Sword game I played mostly was on the PS1. I think it was either Broken Sword 1 or Broken Sword 2. Kind of puzzle strategy game, like platform game. You got to work out puzzles to get into the next bit and open up other things. So plenty of hours of gameplay. So this is Broken Sword the Sleeping Dragon on the original Xbox. Nice condition, comes with this manual there. Not a game you see very often. So I thought it would sell quite fast, and it did. Not for very much money as well, but someone's got plenty of hours of gameplay there for Broken Sword on the original Xbox. So we've got a few left. One thing you'll notice from a couple of my other videos, I've started to do more recently, the lower end price games, I'll tend to try and bundle them up with another game, either from the same franchise or the same genre. So this was a bundle comes together. So this is Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield Bad Company. So for £1, people can get, I can send 2 games in a large envelope, so it keeps the cost of postage quite low, and someone gets 2 games, 2 great games for a couple of quid, which is always good, and it gets them moving. So they'll get bundled up together, so these 2 will be going out together. And last but not least, you've got Mass Effect. Obviously there's been a few Mass Effect games now. I think there's 3 on the original Xbox 360. So good. Does come with its receipt. Something I tend to do is keep the receipts in there. Especially, it's good looking back at the older ones, especially for the Mega Drive and a Master System. I think I had one for the Saturn that was about 20 years old, which was really cool. So I keep it in there for a bit of nostalgia. Good solid game. Plenty of hours of gameplay there. It does come with its manual, good condition. So that's Mass Effect on the Xbox 360. So thanks for watching. That's everything that's sold the last couple of days. If you did buy anything, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.